It is commonly said that cleanliness is next to godliness. A lot of concerns were raised when a city such as Calabar, capital of Cross River State, southeast of Nigeria, became associated with filth as illegal and unevacuated dump sites decked most part of its streets, as seen in several photos sent to our Eyewitness portal. Now, the state promised to look into environmental sanitation, and so we're staying with that story. The construction of the Abule Egba Bridge will ultimately open up that area to more developmental opportunities, as well as free the area of traffic congestion. While this is commendable, some residents wished the alternative routes created had enough attention. Also lined up today is the state of the canal behind Alakbere Estate in Alakbere, Ketu. It's a sea of plastic bottles. These and more on Eyewitness Report. I'm Chris Elems. Over the years, Cross River State has come to be identified as an important tourist destination in the southeast of Nigeria. And one aspect that endeared Nigerians to that city of Calabar is cleanliness. Little wonder it became a big issue when they dropped the button and dirt became the most prominent feature in some of the streets there. We're following up on that story since the first broadcast on Eyewitness Report. Recently, Cross River State government has come under fire for not paying attention to environmental issues such as illegal dumping of refuse and unevacuated dump sites, which littered most part of a city, once noted for its cleanliness.
Perhaps the authorities, I don't know if there's been any sort of issue or challenges that they are having, because it wasn't like this. We had an environment that was clean and green, but this has become the order of the day. I don't know what the issue is with the authorities, what problems they are having, what challenges they are facing.
People eat these things into their system, and this dustbin here is really giving us bad market at times. And we are staying here at times, we are sitting down here to cook, do everything. It is really affecting us because of the odor that comes out from that place.
The refuge have been here for over 5 months now, and the whole place is smelling and is disturbing. I want to, anyhow you can help us, tell the government that we want them to come and pack this refuge. And this is cool. The pupils that are here, they are smelling it into their health, and it's not good to them. They should come and help us and pack all this refuge here. And please also, I will beg, when they pack it, they should not dump the bin here, please.
On several occasions, the governor and members of his team have had to tour these sites with the hope of finding solutions to this eyesore.
The contractor is unable to deliver on contract terms. Yes. Obviously, the scope of work is beyond the carrying capacity of the contractor. Yeah. It is therefore evident that the solution architecture is to provide an alternative contractor, split the contract into smaller units so that more contractors will be involved, so that each section of this town will have a different contractor. That way you have a spot-on, hands-on kind of situation, while government on our own part will have eyes on, hands off, creating opportunity for people to work, creating opportunity for this town and streets to be cleaner.
Also, the Commissioner for Environment had also promised that the state was working hard to surmount this challenge.
We are taking immediate steps to clean, using other means, extraordinary means to keep the city clean. But we hope that in the next 3 months or so, the system will be strong enough to drive itself.
A follow-up to our previous stories shows that no challenge is unsurmountable as the state channels more energy towards restoring a decaying environment. This is Lena dump site located at Ikonefanga Mba, few minutes away from the heart of Calabar, which has since the previous administration served as the dump site where all refuse collected from millions of residents in the city on a daily basis are emptied. From the Lenat dump site, the governor is seen moving to Idundu, the proposed new dump site, which he says is being prepared to serve as the new site for waste disposal.
Fellow Cross Riverians, I am here to address you on the challenge of refuse, because Cross River State, and indeed Calabar, is known as the cleanest and greenest state capital. It is my hope and aspiration to sustain that and even surpass the standard.
In order to expedite the process of cleaning up the streets of Calabar, the state government took delivery of a batch of 20 evacuation trucks and 200 dumpsters. And the Commissioner for Environment, Engineer Mike Eraye, feels with this in place, the state is now set to work.
The plan on the resolution of some of the challenges relating to waste evacuation and restoring the green and clean nature of Calabar has been on for a long while. It wasn't the HE's visit was not an afterthought. It was a follow-up to a well-planned idea on how to keep Calabar the way it ought to be, return the status. After that visit, he gained more insight into what the problem was, took some actions, immediate actions, went to ESCO, obtained approval for 20 pieces of this equipment and over 200 bins. As of today, we'll start deploying some in Calabar South.
Personal and corporate efforts to complement that of government are also beginning to spring up since the governor called for everyone's support towards keeping the state clean. These are staff of a privately owned outfit, armed with shovels, rakes, brooms and other working tools to put to show their support for a clean environment.
What we're doing is just a little contribution to assist government in what it's doing. This is a corporate social responsibility initiative. It's a perfect partnership between government and the private sector. We believe the private sector should be more responsive and more responsible to what government is doing. The private sector should support the government more. We can't sit back and always complain about the ills in the society where we can offer a helping hand. So what we're doing is offering that helping hand to government to support them in what they're doing, to see that we get Calabar back. And we're very happy that government itself has taken steps to ensure that Calabar returns to its lost, to its former state.
And as more volunteers spring up by the day, Calabar is getting cleaner.
It's part of our corporate social responsibility. I want to show people that you're not too big to pick up dirt. If an OAP like Dr. Groove can put his hands in the trash, and people need to begin to support the government to make sure, look at this. Some people are right in front of there and they're dumping that into the gutter and it's affecting their lives. So if we lead by example, we believe that one, the people will also see and take example, and two, the government will know that it's possible, that Cross Riverians are ready to do the cleanup if they are mobilized and if government is able and ready to help them. So that's the example we are setting today. The people have forgotten how to keep Calabar clean. We know the government have been struggling with it. They say no funds and no money. But whether government, not government, we've got to push and show the government that we support to try to bring Calabar back to what it was before. And it shows it's not money. The former governor, Donald Duck, told me one day, he said, it's not expensive to be clean. It just takes a broom. So if we all get together and everybody puts their hands on deck, we come out and we clean up, it will be done.
If we have our Cross River State, our beautiful Cross River State filled with dirt, then we're exposing our citizens to all sorts of diseases, okay? We have a lot of diseases that can come from just having the area filthy. Even psychologically, our people can become depressed. We could have outbreaks. Outbreak of cholera, outbreak of diarrhea, several other outbreaks that would be associated with having a dirty environment. And so we're standing behind the government of His Excellency Senator Professor Ben Ayade, who is already doing a lot to ensure that Calabar and Cross River State remains the cleanest and the greenest city and state in Nigeria.
With all these efforts in place, the state appears to be getting closer than it was a month ago towards achieving a completely clean and green Calabar.